Hey, shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and you're watching the Ponderings of the Perkei Avot. Today we are in chapter 4, verses 9 and 10, and it reads, His son, Rabbi Ishmael, would say, one who refrains from serving as a judge avoids hatred, thievery, and false oaths. One who frivolously hands down rulings is a fool, wicked, and arrogant. He would also say, do not judge on your own, for there is none qualified to judge alone, only the one. And do not say, you must accept my view, for this is the majority's right, not yours. So basically being on a Beit Din, and Beit Din is just a Hebrew word meaning house of judgment. Being on a panel of judges, being on a Beit Din, regarding congregational matters, synagogue matters, church matters, is a serious thing and not to be taken lightly. If you are chosen or elected to do that, it's one of these jobs you shouldn't be eager to do. It's one that you shouldn't want to do because it's not to be taken lightly, and it's not to be desired, because those who desire to be on a panel of judges and to be a part of a Beit Din usually are power hungry and usually are wanting the power and the name and the reputation that goes along with that. For the power of life and death is essentially in one's hands when they are a judge. And so it's a very serious thing when they make a verdict, because if they make the wrong verdict or the wrong decision, the blood's going to be on the judge's hands, right? It's going to be on your hands if you're a judge. So this Perkei Avot passage gives a whole new meaning to the saying, two heads are better than one. So that's why, it said earlier, it said, and do not say, you must accept my view, for it is the majority's right, not yours. So that's why it's important to have a majority. Two heads are better than one. That's why the scripture says, where two or three are gathered together, I am in their midst. Don't make a decision without two or more witnesses. So it's important to have more than just one person ruling everything, running the show, and saying everything. So this, like I said, this passage gives a whole new meaning to the saying, two heads are better than one. The scripture says, in reference to making communal religious decisions, that there needs to be at least two witnesses. This is found in Deuteronomy 17:6. At the mouth of two or three witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death, but at the mouth of one witness he shall not be put to death. Deuteronomy 19:15 says, one witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or any lawless deed, or for any sin. If any sin that he sinneth, at the mouth of two witnesses or at the mouth of three witnesses shall the matter be established. And then Matthew 18:15 through 20 says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. So in other words, try to resolve a matter privately. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained a brother. But if he shall not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses let everything be established. So take a witness to you, a mediator, so that it won't be a he said, she said thing if rumor and word gets out and word gets around and the private matter is no longer private, right? So you need to protect yourself. Then it says, and if he shall neglect to hear them, in other words, you and the people that you brought along with you, tell it to the assembly, tell it to the congregation, tell it to the church. Not meaning the church body. This is specifically meaning the elders of the church, the elders of the synagogue, the ruling body, the Beit Din, the one who makes decisions and settles disputes. But if he neglects to hear the assembly, let him be then as a heathen man and as a publican. For truly I say to you that whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. In other words, anything that you prohibit will be prohibited. Anything that you permit will be permitted in the context of the decision of the ruling elders of the congregation. So whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatsoever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again, I say unto you that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For whether two or three are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. So let me close with two more verses. 1 Timothy 5:19. Against an elder receive not an accusation, but before two or three witnesses. Hebrews 10:28. He that despises Moses' law or the Torah, God's instructions, die without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. So it's important to have 2 or 3 witnesses to establish a matter. It's important to have at least 2 or 3 elders when deciding a matter. That is just not one person that decides it all. So that's the Perkei Avot for today. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Shalom, Shavua Tov.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out and subscribe to our social media accounts on Instagram at AD_International, on Facebook at Abraham's Descendants International, on Twitter at ADINT Ministries, and on Blogger at Ray Bash's Ramblings. And don't forget to check out and bookmark our website, abrahamsdescendants.com. Shalom.